Students, welcome back. Hope you all are doing good at your places. Now, this is the 10th chapter of class 8. The name of the chapter is Oops, I Dropped My Spoon. This chapter is taken from unit number 4, Worlds Apart. Here, the different culture as an Indian and the Western culture, what are the differences, what we face, and what are the various ways of behavior and table manners. So let's go in the depth of the chapter. The name of the chapter is Oops, I Dropped My Spoon. Let's read the first paragraph. When we are dining with family or friends, it is rare not to hear exclamations such as, Oops, I dropped my spoon. Oh, sorry, I broke the glass. Often in other culture, especially in the West, this may not be appreciated. Obviously, when we are having a food on our dining table or on the floor, generally in Indian culture, we had a food on the floor or even on the dining table, we prefer to keep silence or we don't prefer to spoil or to litter or to make a mess while having a food. So generally if you speak this kind of words, oops, I dropped my spoon, oops, I broke my glass, or whatever this kind of things, something wrong if you are going to do that, it will be not appreciated, especially in the Western cultures. They are having the special, especially if you'll go in the royal families, right? Every culture has certain etiquettes that need to be followed while dining with the others. In the West, some people are still fussy about how tables are set, dinner is served, and who is at the head of the table or which is dish to be served first. These conventions might funny to many Indians, for whom a family dinner is meant to be relaxed meal. Yeah, for us Indian, as if we are having a food, we just had a food for relaxation. But yes, generally every culture have their etiquette, some manners while you are having a food. Right? In Indian culture, if you're having a food, you just have a food with relaxation. Whosoever want to talk can talk. Whosoever want to pass on the things, they can pass or they can take the food by their own. But in Western culture, it's totally, especially in the royal families, totally something different. They count that as a bad manners. So as someone sitting next to you doesn't slurp the soup, spurt the dal or gargle water, the meal is informal and happy. Everyone has a freedom to talk to whosoever they, no matter where the person is sitting next to them or right across to them. There is no problem. Whosoever is sitting where, whoso want to talk, they can talk. Even they want to slurp, especially we are generally drinking a tea at that time only you can realize that the people in India, they make the slurping sound which makes them feel better. It gives them the soothing effect as if they make the slurping sound while drinking a tea or a soup. But if the same followed in the Western, you will count it as they'll count it as a bad manners or ill manner. You don't have the manners, you don't have the sense, right? So everybody is having their own culture and traditions. They have their own ways which they have already set up, and they are supposed to be groomed within that same patterns. In India, it is something different. So here we are supposed to learn something new. It's quite good if we are learning something good. So let's move on to the next. In West, some well-to families send their children to finishing schools. A finishing school usually teaches young women social graces, how to dress according to the occasion, how to greet people from different backgrounds, how to host dinners and lunches, or how to eat in the company of guests. Here in some well-to families means royal families or somewhat rich families or well-being family, they send their children to the finishing schools. Actually the finishing schools means here we call it as a personality development, where we need to be groomed up, our personality need to be groomed up. And what this, especially the women's, the girls, what do they learn in this finishing schools? They learn how to behave in the social graces, how to behave in the society, how to dress up according to the occasion. If today is the birthday ceremony, if today is the wedding, so these two occasions are something different, so your dress up will be different. So this have been taught that how graceful you should look as per the occasions, and how to greet people from different backgrounds. Here how to greet, how to wish, how to come in front of them, and that also from the different backgrounds. If the person belongs from the middle class Obviously, you're going to behave in that way. If the person belongs from the royal society, from the royal background, you will behave with different way. There are the different ways to behave, and how to host the dinner and lunches, or how to eat in the company of the guests. As if you're going in the company of the guests, how you will eat. And the parents of this young women believe that no education is complete without this lesson. So the parents whose kids belong from this well-to-do families, they believe that the education is not complete without this finishing schools. They are supposed to go in this kind of finishing schools. You'll find finishing schools in the western places. Following this idea, some of our royal families to send their children to finishing school for social etiquette. Nowadays, there are finishing classes even for men. Previously, it was just for the girls, that girls are to be little bit sophisticated. They are supposed to be down to earth. They know how to stand, how to sit in front of the society where you are going in these special occasion. But nowadays, even the finishing schools are meant for the men, not only for the women but also for the men. They are also being groomed by the finishing schools nowadays. In the westerns now, you'll find the finishing schools for women as well as for the men too. Now, there are the set of instructions that can be followed when you are dining in the company. As in the previous para, it was told that you are supposed to follow some dining rules or the basic table manners when you are going in a company. So let's go. What are the basic table manners? Put your napkin on your lap as soon as you sit down, unless you are at a formal dinner party, in which case you should wait until your host put her napkin on her lap. Obviously, when you are going in a party, and especially for the formal dinner, right? The royal family where the queens or the family which belongs from the high profile society. So what you are supposed to do, put your napkin on your lap. You are supposed to put a napkin on a lap as soon as you sit down, and unless you are at a formal dinner, in which case you should wait until your host puts a napkin on her lap. Even it's not as soon as you sit and you are supposed to put a napkin. No, first after sitting, you should check whether the host, the person who is arranging the party, that host have taken the napkin first. The host will take the napkin and put it on her lap. Then only you are supposed to put the napkin on your lap. Next rule, sit up straight in your chair but not stiffly. Obviously, with that, you are supposed to sit straight on your chair, not bending down or leaning or on the relaxation way. No. But yes, you are supposed to sit straight but not also totally stiff. Totally that your backbone should be stiff. No, not in that way, but yes, little bit straight. At a distance from the dining table that is best for your personal comfort. Even you are supposed to maintain the distance from your dining table and your chair, so it will be more comfortable for you also, and it will give you the better impact. Your hands when you are not actually eating may lie in your lap. What we do when we are eating, we keep our hands within the plate itself. When we are eating a food or when we are chewing the food, at that time what we do, we just keep the hands in the plate, or while eating when we are talking, we just keep the hands on the in the plate only. But here, when you are going and having a food on the table along with someone's company, when you are attending the party, the formal party especially, so you are supposed to, when you are not eating or when you're not taking the food from the plate, at that time you're supposed to keep your hand in your lap, or you may rest your hands on the wrist. On the wrist you can keep your hands, but not your entire arm in your lap. Yeah, even not your entire arm, as if you're not having a food and you are keeping your entire arm on the lap. That is also the wrong manners, the bad manners. That if you'll keep your entire arm on your lap, so obviously you are going to spill your food on your lap. So that will be also something bad. Or you may rest your hands and wrists but not your entire forearm on the edge of the table. Now, if you feel that you want your arm to be rested on the table, so not on the plate or not the entire forearm or including your elbow, and you are keeping it on your table, that is also bad. Only you can keep your hands and wrist on the table, including your little bit palm portion, not your entire forearm on the edge, on the corner of the table. Here, edge means on the corner of the table, right? The corner portion of the table. Study your flatware, eat from the outside in, and remember that once you take your silverware off the table, it should never touch. Now, study your flatware. Flatware means whatever the flat dishes which are served on your table, study that what is given and what you are supposed to eat before starting to eat directly. Don't jump on the food and start chewing or swallowing the foods, taking the foods. And even whatever the cutlery, the silverware means whatever the cutlery have been taken, that you are supposed to keep it in your hands, not to keep it number of times back in the plate. Next, break bread into bite-sized pieces and butter each piece just before you eat it. Don't butter the entire slice of bread or entire roll. Generally what we do, we just spread the butter on the entire piece of bread. But when you are going and having a food with some royal family, at that time just break the bread into bite size. Bite size means the smaller size which you can eat in that bite size, and only spread the butter on that piece only. Don't spread the butter on the entire piece of bread. Just spread the butter on that bite size bread. And remember, your bread plate is on the left side of your dinner plate. Even here, you are supposed to remember that your bread plate is on the left hand. So you can pick the bread from the left hand and you can spread the butter with your right hand directly. Right? So your bread is not on the right hand where you are supposed to pick your bread plate with the dirty or spoiled hand. So your bread plate will be on your left hand, so you can easily pick it up and you can spread the butter on that bread. To have soup, dip the spoon into the bowl, then move the spoon in a direction away from your body to fill it. Sip the soup off the side of the spoon instead of placing the whole spoon inside your mouth. And when you are having a soup, just dip the spoon into the bowl and take the sip wise, drink the soup sip wise. Don't enter or don't keep the entire spoon in your mouth. Don't place the entire spoon in your mouth at a stretch. Just keep the spoon little bit closer to your mouth so you can drink sip wise soup from that spoon. Never chew with your mouth open and don't talk with food in your mouth. Eat slowly, taking small bites that can be chewed comfortably. Now, generally what we do when we are sitting on a food, when we are having a dinner, lunch, breakfast, whatever we are having it, or at that time we just keep our mouth open while chewing the food, but that is actually wrong. We should not keep our mouth open when we are eating a food, and even we are not supposed to talk when our mouth is filled up with the food. So that is something wrong. And even take the small pieces or the small bites of food which can be easily chewed by you comfortably. Next, do not try to take anything that is out of your reach on the table. Request for it to be passed, and when you are passing food at the table, it should be passed from left to right. Now, when you are sitting on the table and when you feel that some of the thing which is not possible for you to reach, so what you do, you just ask someone to pass. But here also, you are supposed to ask the food to the person from left to right, because with the right hand, normally we eat our food with the right hand. If the person will pass the food who is sitting next right to you, will obviously pick it up with the right hand, and that is something what bad. So you are supposed to ask the people to pass it on from left to right, not from right to left. Okay, so there are some basic things that you are supposed to ask the things to pass it from left to right. If there is an implement on the table, a pickle fork or a lemon fork, sugar or ice tongs or nut spoon, use it instead of fingers. Now generally, especially when we are having a platter, when the platter is served on our table, what we do? We just use the fingers to pick it up the things. We don't prefer the spoons. Okay, the salad is there on our table, generally what we do, we can easily take it with the hands, or some of the onions or the tomatoes which are chopped in the round size, what we do, we easily pick it up with our fingers. But actually it is wrong. You are supposed to use the forks or the spoons or the tongs which have been already provided on the table. Even not here, but yes, whenever you go in the restaurants or the hotels, there you are supposed to follow this kind of basic table manners. At home you have a food just for the sake of relaxation, but yes, when you go in the hotels or the restaurants, try to follow this basic table manners. Or by God's grace, if you went in any of the royal family and you are supposed to follow the things, you should know this kind of table manners. Now, even the plate which have been served on these tables, that are having some specific rules, as it was told that the bread is always will be in the left corner of your hand, it will be on the left hand side, so you can easily pick it up with your left hand and you can butter the bread with your right hand. Now, if you want to rest, if you want to say that you have pause, or you want to stop, you want to pick up a call, or you want to go for the washroom, or any other calls are there, or you want to leave the place for certain reasons, so there are basic things which you are supposed to show, that you will keep the spoon in such a way, your cutlery, that it can be showed that you are taking a rest or you are taking a break from your eating. And if you want to show that you have finished up your food, so your cutlery, that means your fork and knife, you are going to keep straight in your plate, right? And if you want that you are ready for the second plate, you love the food, you want it more, so you can put the cross in your plate to show that you want more food. And if you want to praise the host that the food was excellent, the quality and the taste, delicacy was good, so what you will do, you will put the fork and the knife in the opposite direction to show that the food was excellent. And if you don't like, you don't want more, if your tummy is full, whatever the XYZ reason, so you will say, you will prick the knife in the fork to show that no more, I have done, or I don't like it more, whatever. To show this, you are supposed to follow this kind of 5 rules, right? And next, talk to the people sitting closest to you, not those sitting across the table or the farthest from you. If you want to talk, if you want to communicate with the people, so you're not supposed to talk to the entire people, those who are sitting on the table. You are supposed to just to talk or to tell whatever you want. You can just talk to the person who is sitting closest to you, not too farthest to you. And when you have finished eating, you should not put your napkin on the table until everyone has finished and ready to leave the table. Now, when you have finished your eating, you should not put the napkin on your. So, when you finished eating, you should not put your napkin on the table until everyone had finished and is ready to leave the table. So, if you feel that you have finished up your food and you want to leave the place, no, you are not supposed to put up your napkin until everyone had finished, till the time everyone had done with the food. You are not supposed to keep the napkin and ready to leave. For that, you are supposed to wait for the others to finish up their food. And this you can see beautifully the Harry Potter movie, where we are seeing it, where the kids were served the food and they are not supposed to make noise right on the dining table. They are supposed to follow basic table manners. And the most important, that compliment your host on the food when you have finished the dining. The most important, you are supposed to give a compliment, you are supposed to appreciate the food which have been given to you, which have been provided to you, or which have the treat have been given to you by the host. The host who have hosted you, you are supposed to compliment, appreciate the work or the food which have been given to you. You are supposed to give the compliments to the host after finishing your dinner or finishing your food. It could be the lunch, meal, breakfast, whatever. So you are supposed to give the compliments to your host. So hope you all understood the basic table manners, and I hope that you learn this table manners and you are supposed to implement the table manners in your life, in your day to day life. When you go in the restaurant, you are supposed to keep this practically in your life. Bye bye. Stay tuned. Hope you enjoyed. We'll meet soon in the next lecture.